Welcome to Dance Fit Biz Builders. I'm Orit, dancer, instructor, and proud owner of a thriving belly dance fitness business. And in this podcast, I'm giving it to you straight, sharing what it takes to kickstart and grow your dance and fitness business for the success you deserve. Whether you're a seasoned instructor, a passionate performer, or dreaming of turning your love for dance and fitness into a thriving career, you're in the right place. Lace up those sneakers and pull on those dance shoes and get ready for truth smacks, tips, and inspiration. Let's do this. Hey there, and welcome to Dance Fit Biz Builders. I'm Orit, your host, and thank you so much for shimming on over to my space to get educated. I really appreciate it. So this is a topic that bears repeating and repeating and repeating some more. It's the concept of upselling. And again, like I say, selling is serving. So this is another pre-recorded webinar I did a while back, and there's a little bit more information in this one, along with some back and forth with the webinar participants. So no more leaving money on the table, folks. Get ready, take some notes, and let's go. So this webinar was originally started because I wanted to teach my Sharkey instructors how to upsell and how to really start promoting and do business. Because now that they are Sharkey instructors, they're essentially their own business. So what we do in Sharkey with the Sharkey instructors and this specific topic of upselling is we have something that called the International Sharkey Workout Weekend, where all the Sharkey instructors, well, hopefully all, teach a 30-minute class, a free 30-minute class. It's a way to get people through the door. So you might want to write this down, because if you teach other genres, this could help you as well. Teaching free classes gets people through the door. People like free, but don't give a full hour. Just give 30 minutes. Give them a taste. Less is more. And this is what we try to teach Sharkey instructors, especially for this specific weekend. But before your students leave, you want to grab them and you want to make sure that they buy from you. And that's called, you want to upsell them before they leave. And we're going to be talking about these tactics right now. All right. So a lot of people think that upselling is sleazy, it's pitchy, right? It doesn't have to be. I like to think of upselling as serving. It's not selling, it's serving. Why? It's giving people an option, and it's helping them make the best decision for them. So upselling, what it really does, not only gives you more money in your pocket, but it's getting your customer to make a higher price purchase on a similar product that they're just going to get more of. Now, let's just talk about what to upsell with, right? Super important that what you're going to bundle together is specifically if you're upselling with another product. That product should already be relevant to what you were doing. For example, you're selling a 6-pack of belly dance classes. Bundle up or upsell a hip scarf because they're going to use that for the belly dance class. Upsell it with a digital music link because they're going to practice at home. Upsell it with finger cymbals, something that is relevant that they're already buying, relevant to the base product. Cool? Upselling also doesn't necessarily mean bundling it with another product, whether it's tangible or digital. Upsell could also mean a full package where it's discounted. You get more classes, but if you really break down the price, it ends up being cheaper per class. That's another form of upselling, okay? What I have found is really important when you upsell, whether it's a package at a more discounted price or a product that you're bundling it with, is to explain the value that they're getting. So important. People want to know, oh shit, I'm getting so much value for the money I'm paying. For example, buy my 6-class package for only $90 and you get a free hip scarf to come to class with. That's a $25 value for the hip scarf And that makes each class $15 when my drop-in rate is $20. So get this. So you guys are getting 25% off your classes plus a hip scarf. Isn't that a great deal? The rule is when you're bundling, right, and discounting, you don't want to go more than 20 to 25% up or 20 to 25% lower if you're discounting. Cool? That tends to be the rule. That's the comfortable area for people to pay more or less. Okay? Since I just mentioned the word less, be careful of really selling your classes for cheap. Why? As a consumer, it's perceived value to people. If, let's say, I know a lot of Zumba people are complaining that people are selling their classes at $5 each. If someone is going to buy a class at $5, they're most likely going to get the value of $5. Do you disagree, Angie?
No, I'm just shocked.
I mean, look, there's a lot of Zumba instructors who are just great and it gets people off the couch. Lovely. But there's a lot of kind of undercutting happening. And because you're selling it for $5, you get a huge room. And what happens when you get a huge room? You can't pay attention to your students, right? You can't correct them. Most likely somebody is going to get hurt. Either they crashed into somebody or because you couldn't see them because they were doing something incorrectly. Moving on, talking about that package that I was selling for $90, okay? When you're selling a package, yeah, it guarantees that people are going to show up. I love packages over drop-in classes. That's one way of getting people to show up, right? And why they show up is people love to have a start date and an end date. They feel, they may think that in that start time and end time, they're going to see results. They're going to get results, which most likely, yeah, they're going to see results. You'll start with a theme, maybe do a choreography, and you'll finish the choreography at the end of the 6 weeks, right? That's the end result. If you sell a package that's not, there's no beginning and end, right? But it's a package at a discounted rate, you will get committed people, but I feel from my experience, not as committed as the start and end. But when you just have drop-in classes, people are non-committal. Very committal, package with a start and end date. Mediocre committal, just a package. Non-committal, drop-in classes only. So I want to talk a little bit about the other upsell that I was talking about, where you're just selling a package, but you're discounting it for more classes and it's without a product. Okay. What about private classes? Let's think about it. Let's say you charge a private class for $65, right? Then 5 classes can be $300. That makes each private $60 each. Or sell 10 classes for $550. That makes each class $55 each. So stating the value is super important. People need to see it. Spoon feed them the information. Don't let them do the math. Do the math for them. You're making it easy in every way. And I just gave you $5 increments of discounts. It could be $10 increments, depends on what's comfortable for you. Now let's talk about more upselling ideas, okay? What about a 20% coupon before people leave International Shark Cue Workout Weekend class? Hey guys, don't leave. Here's a 20% coupon. I'd love for you to come back. That's a super simple way. If you're scared of selling, if it's not you, start off with that. It's easy to give them a flyer, a coupon. Cool? But here's how you can make it even easier for them. Put your PayPal scan code. Put your Venmo scan code, right? Make it easy. Don't have them go on their phones. Again, spoon feed it to them. Make it a no-brainer. Put it on the coupon. Oh, 20% coupon here. Ding, scan it. Okay, and on that coupon should be the discounted rate, the value also. Here's another upselling idea. Buy a class, get 2 free. They can bring a friend. I love bring a friend because that's organic marketing right there. Here's another upselling idea we just talked about. Have a package, offer 5 or 10 class packages. We just talked about that. And then also offering a 6-week series that can be themed. Now, here's why I talk about 6 weeks. I love 6 weeks for the customer because it's easy for them to commit to. A month and a half, not a big freaking deal. I like it personally for my schedule and administratively because I teach for the full 6 weeks, and then I have 2 weeks for free where I can set up and promote my next 6-week class, and it's a time for me just to relax. Do you see that? Those 2 weeks helps me promote for my next 6-week package, right? Can you do 8 weeks? Heck yeah. I found 6 weeks just kind of works for me because it's a month and a half. You always go into the next month right in the middle of the month. It's like predictable. Okay, let's talk about bundling and what type of product you can bundle with. So we talked about a hip scarf. We talked about digital music. How about a party? Buy my package, you get me to come to one of your gatherings, any gatherings. This is why I love party, guys. You know why it's great? Because I'm going to a place with a lot of people, which I can then upsell to. So for me, my time dancing was worth it for no money. That's worth it because I'm already going to a group, into a room with a lot of people, instant potential customers right there, as opposed to buy my 6-week class. Here's a private. That's just one person who already knows you and who already bought from you, as opposed to a party, people who don't know you yet, who have not bought from you. Cool? Does that make sense so far? Just a way to think about when you're giving up your time, it's not necessarily giving up your time.
Let's say, for example, you have 6 students that registered.
Mhm.
And you're saying, buy my package, they buy the 6 weeks, and you get a party. Does that mean you give a party to each and every person, like the 6 people? Is it the 6 people in your class that registered to get a party? Do you get a party with those people, or do you get a party with 6 people having different parties?
6 people having different parties. I mean, that's my thought. Yeah.
Like a 20-minute show, not like a 5 census party type of thing, like a 20-minute.
Like a 20-minute show. Yeah. I mean, I've gone a full hour. Like when I go above and beyond for people, I usually get that back.
Like if you have a party, it doesn't have to be a show. You could teach a little class, right? Or do some yoga or.
Yes, absolutely. I've done business events as team building events, Yeah.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. I've done someone's book club. It could be any kind of gathering. Okay. Now I want to talk about the tiered method of your packages. I just love packages because they have worked for me. In New York City, when I started this company, it was just so easy when people were carrying around cash for people just to give me $100 bill. I love your classes. Here's $100 for the next 6 weeks. It was just easy. Yeah. So I just stayed with it. Okay. All right. So tier 1, a 5-class package for $60 is $12 a class. Just giving you the math. Tier 2, 10-class package for $100 plus a hip scarf, $10 a class and a $25 value because of the scarf. And tier 3, notice it's getting meatier and meatier because you want it to be a no-brainer for them. Tier 3 is 20-class package for $180 plus a hip scarf and a Sharky party or whatever party you want. That makes it $9 a class, $25 value for the hip scarf, and whatever the heck you charge for a party. $150, $200. Then you'd be like, oh man, heck yeah, 20 classes. That's what I'm buying. That's how you make it enticing. All right. Now, when do they pay? I call this scarcity tactic. Don't let them leave. Don't let them leave. I know it's going to feel sleazy. So it's all about your monologue, but you do mean it. I'm not saying that it's like, you do mean it because you do want to help them. All right. So here's what I say. usually the people who come to my free ISWW class, the International Sharky Workout Weekend, are usually moms. Usually moms or moms who have kids or who are grown already and they have time for themselves. Okay. So guys, love how you feel. You can have this 3 times a week. I would be honored to have you to share the dance floor with me. Once you leave this door, ladies or men or whomever, life is going to happen. Your kids are going to want you. Your husband's going to be tugging on you. Right? You've got to work on homework with kids or whatever it is. Think about right now in this moment how you feel. You just gave yourself a gift. So if you buy this yada, yada, yada package right now before you leave, I'd love to give you this bonus gift, right? But it only happens here. Otherwise, tomorrow or once you leave, it goes back to this price. So that's a scarcity tactic. Feel free to copy that monologue. If not, whatever. Do something else and run it by me. Whatever works for you and your people. Wherever you live, there's different culture. People like to be sold in different ways. I'm a little bit more in your face. That's just what I'm used to. Using the scarcity tactic. If you purchase blah, blah, blah now, guess what? I'm going to knock off $20. Doesn't have to be that much. If you purchase blah, blah, blah now, I'm going to give you a free class. I said 6 weeks, but I'm going to give you a bonus class. Right? But that's if you purchase now. The key is to get the money in your hands before they leave. You want the commitment, right? Here's another tactic. If you purchase blah, blah, blah now, I'm going to add in that hip scarf and you can bring a friend for free. And if you purchase blah, 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 you get a free Sharky party or whatever party. Make it enticing. Don't let them leave the door. Now, when do you do this? When do you upsell? Do you upsell as they're getting their bags and leaving the door? Hey, wait. Do you do it as they're walking to the bathroom, grabbing their water? When do you think? Somebody chime in. Let me know.
At the beginning of the class,
Ooh, okay. What
you
else?
you introduce what it is, what we're doing.
Okay.
And at the end of class, please stick around for those who would like to register. This is what you're going to get. These are the days and the times that are available. Because I found that when I tried to have classes on Monday and Saturday, and people saw it on Instagram, they're like, you know what, Rita, I can't do Mondays. I'm tired, school, this, that. And, Saturdays, I find that Saturdays and Sundays work best. Because I mean, my clients, one of the clients that I have is a mom that works at the school and brings her daughters. But because I'm a behavior technician at the school, it's like a double thing, right? So I help the kids learn how to participate in a group without always tugging on their mom, and it gives the mom a break because she's doing her exercise without hiring a babysitter. So the mom and daughter concept is also something that can be catchy also for Sharky workout because they have nowhere to go to work out. The gyms are expensive. They're $700 a year. You know what I mean? And for me, that's what worked. Somebody believed in, she came to my classes. She brought her kids. Her kids are a fan. And because she went through a messy divorce, people are going through a tough time right now. So convincing them that this hour is for them and this is what they get, you know what I mean, can kind of be put like at the beginning and then you start.
Okay. So you're telling them all the deets right in the beginning. Okay. Gotcha. Anybody else want to chime in with any ideas or what they do?
Oh, I always did it towards the end or if we stopped during a water break so that I could say, hey, how are you guys feeling? I'm checking in on you. Are you liking what's going on? Here's more information about the class. Here's how much you can get X number of classes for. Here's how much my drop-in rates are. And kind of do a sales pitch then. But before they left,
Lovely.
but not necessarily at the beginning.
Lovely. Okay, gotcha. That's another way. Anybody else want to chime in?
So I've been going through my 500 training for yoga. And so at the beginning of each month, I have to go for a weekend of training. So I missed that class. So this coming class, I'm going to have to break the class into two, a basics and an intermediate. So I can say, hey, you come on the February 10th, and for the month of February, you will get a free hip scarf if you pay for the entire month.
That's
What
great.
you're saying?
Yes. Yep. Exactly what I'm saying. But they have to pay now.
Right, right.
Beautiful. And when would you say this? Beginning, middle, end? When?
Well, I would post it tomorrow.
Okay. You'd post it. Okay.
Mhm.
And would you announce it in the class too?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I'll have the hip scarves and they'll want them because a lot of them are new.
Right.
So,
Right. Awesome. So I am going to explain more of what I do more in terms of when I teach a free class to get more students. So like Rita, I do mention it in the beginning, but I don't give them all the details. I say, guys, I have this amazing gift for you. I can't wait for the end of the class. Stay here and I'm going to let you know. While I'm teaching, it's so important to give these people eye contact. While I am teaching, I am showing that I care. I do care, of course, but I look at them. That's just me. That's just me. I have no qualms. I'm okay with confrontation, everything, So, I'm like, I look at them and I'm always giving positive reinforcement. I'm making them feel good throughout the class. Dang, did you just look at yourself in the mirror? Look how amazing you look. Look, you just did that. Love it. Love it. Right? So I'm doing that all throughout the middle of the class. Oh, guys, and I can't wait to give you that bonus at the end. I sprinkle that here and there. Now, then at the end of class, here's what I do. I make them do a communal circle in improv, right? Where they dance for each other. How amazing is that? It's so freeing, especially for those people who are really introverted and they're watching all these other people dancing in the circle and they feel like they can do it too. They're loving it. They've got smiles on the faces. And then we finish this communal dance circle as they're going and their adrenaline is up and they're flushed and they're smiling. Oh, guys, here's my bonus, yada, 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 yada. And that's when I say it. When they're flushed, they're happy, they're smiling before they even look at their phone if they got a message from somebody. All right, so I'll repeat that. I say it in the beginning. There's going to be a bonus, stay to the end. During class, I give them eye contact. I nurture them. I give them positive reinforcement. I say here and there, oh, can't wait to give you that bonus. And then we do that communal improv. I wait for them to smile at the end before they even pick up their iPhone or their Android. Here's the bonus. Works every time. Just have a few notes here. Never sell to an angry customer. Never sell to someone who's upset. Yeah? Cool. All right. I would love to touch on that mommy and me class. Now you can incorporate the kids. Have you ever thought about, I'm just giving some ideas, because I did a class with my daughter for Mother's Day where we actually incorporated a routine together, holding hands, doing hips, holding hands, snake arms, one goes up, one goes down, like they're working as a team. So that might be, if you want, Rita, I can send you the video of what I did with my daughter.
I'd like to see that too, please.
I would be happy to give. Absolutely. I'm going to write a note.
Because I find what's hard here, it's a lot of mommies want to exercise, but they have no one to watch the kids. So what am I supposed to do with the kids? And I'm an educator. I'm a nanny, for 21 years. Who better than a behavior management specialist who's teaching you belly dance? You know what I mean? And a Greek girl who's teaching you Greek belly dance on top of it.
Absolutely.
Who speaks 4 languages,
Love it. So hot damn, that's your niche right there. Kids. You're making it easy for moms. You're making it easy. It's a no-brainer. What is your messaging like when you're promoting then?
Do a fun activity with you and your kids to build that strong relationship. When they're going through some tough times, let's say like this customer is going through a tough divorce. So she says, I need to do something. I said, I was the laziest person. I would sit in a coffee shop, smoke, and coffee. And then it took something really serious for me to start exercising. I started with salsa. I said, but I went to a belly dance class. I couldn't move. Nothing would go right and left. I couldn't isolate anything. There was always snowstorms. I missed a lot of classes. And I said, you know what? I challenged myself to do it. I said, but once you start, it becomes like a drug. So she started and she saw the posts, and things like that. She says, I'm going to try it. She tried it. She loved it because it was very structured. There was a flow to the method of Sharky. It wasn't like n'importe quoi. And then I got a comment on Instagram. It was one of our challenges, like, what's so tough about a dance class? Teachers go through it. And it's boring. I don't want to do 20 hip drops. Give me something else. So this customer who really liked the structure told somebody else. Then that somebody else told somebody else. You know what I mean? So in my class, I don't have one parent with 2 kids, but I have 2 adults. The challenge is when I did the workout last week, one of the girls is 18. So I said, go right. But she went left. So she gets discouraged right away. And I said, come, I'm going to help you. We're going to do it together. And that kind of like, because right away, people, when they feel they can't do something, they give up right away. And when we're trying to upsell and things like that, people are scared of how they look in front of other people. I've been told, I don't want anybody else. I don't want anybody else to see me. I don't like my body. I'm scared. I said, because I do it in my apartment, and the way I sold it was, it's in a safe environment. You're with an experienced educator who speaks many languages and is going to make you feel good in a very, very structured way. So that was kind of like the selling point. So I told somebody told somebody else, somebody told somebody else, you know what I mean? And, and I have 4 or 5 clients now. Like I have a session.
Great. So you're growing organically, but still, but your messaging, I'm a little confused. So like for me, like if I were a mom and I want to know that you're going to be solving my problem of having a babysitter. That's what I want on in your messaging.
Yeah, I'm going to solve your problem. Well, you won't have to pay a babysitter.
That needs to be in your messaging.
You're paying for an activity that kids can do together with you.
That should be in your messaging, not the
babysitter is not going to help you build that connection.
But the connection part is a given. That's why they're going to stay. But if you're going to get someone who's cold, not warm, who's cold, a new lead, a new student who doesn't know you, and they read your flyer, holy crap, I don't need a babysitter, I'm going. That is the initial problem that needs to be solved. And then the connection, that's going to happen, of course, coming to your class. They're going to feel it, bam, right away. And that's why they stay. People come for one reason, but they stay for another reason. Okay. They thought they were coming for this, but they're really staying for something else.
I had a student that would bring her kids to class, and she started staying longer and advanced to the point where I couldn't teach her anymore because I invited her kids to join the class too. She was like, oh, just stay in the corner. I'm like, no, they can come dance. Come on.
Oh, wonderful. That's lovely. Lovely.
My whole selling point is we do it on Friday night so that husbands might be home or mothers to watch the children. Because the whole reason I started belly dancing when I was in my 30s, I'm 53 now, was so that I could be something other than mom. So that I could go to a place and be someone else, be sexy and beautiful and not a mom. And so my classes, the ladies come and we just explore and have fun, and we get to escape from reality for an hour and a half. No kids, I'm sorry.
That's fine, but I want to know your messaging, how you getting people, because you need to get people through the door so that you can upsell them. So what's your messaging?
So my messaging is they come, I encourage them. I have so many women that are coming that I have to break the class up into two. There's not even any room to move. So they get to come and just be whoever their fantasy of themselves are, and they get to be loved and encouraged, and they get an hour and a half just for themselves to not have anyone to worry about or think about except just for self-care. And self-care is not about chocolate cake and Epsom salt bath. Self-care is creating for yourself a life that you do not want to escape from.
Is that in your description?
Yes. Yeah.
Is great.
They come to have fun, and they are to expect to be encouraged and leave uplifted.
Good. So you're giving them what you write in your messaging. Wonderful. I love that. I would love to hear some other messaging.
Well, I'm not thinking about a description right now, but Julie was talking, when she was talking, it just sparked something in me that I've had people tell me that the class is great therapy, and it's a heck of a lot cheaper than going to a $100 an hour therapist. They say the class does a lot more for them than going to a therapist. So, I mean, if they've got that mindset, why not grab them at that time, like you were talking about, to sign up for the next session?
Yeah.
I guess my thought is, like on Facebook or something, it would be something about therapy. Grab your fun therapy now. It doesn't have to be blah, 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 blah.
But Cindy, does that speak to you?
I'd have to put it in a way that it does, that it would get somebody excited to come.
Does it get you excited? Here's why I'm asking.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me.
Because you need to know why people are coming to you. What's the essence that you're giving off? Like what I'm saying is, people come to me because they know that they're going to get a kick-ass class. When I say kick-ass, they know they're going to sweat. They don't mind the boot camp-y feel. So I get the people who want the boot camp. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to get the people who's dealing with any ailments, right? I give off that. You know what I mean? So that is in my messaging. I like those types of people who come to my classes. Mm-hmm. That's my passion. Cool.
I guess I'd want them to have fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
Well, find out. Survey your people. Ask them, why did they come to class in the first place? And why do you stay?
Okay.
2 different answers. If I can read Amira's message. She said, my messaging is the healing power of dance, healing past hurts or trauma, and rebuilding self-confidence. Amira, did you experience this? Did you start belly dancing due to trauma? Yes, this was your journey. Then you need to tell people about that. Introduce yourself to people on social media. I am Amira. I belly dance because I went through this in my life, and I want to help other women heal as well. I teach this to help you get to this. Just fill in the blank. They need to know you. So remember, you got to date your audience. When you go to someone at the bar, you're not going to say, marry me. You got to date them. They got to find out who the heck you are. So that means introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, and why you do it. Then say what you do and how it can help them. And don't pitch to them right away when you're promoting yourself. Yeah, so you want to promote yourself and give educational stuff and nurture 80% of the time, and you want to sell 20% of the time. So most of your promotion should be instructional, educational, nurturing, introducing yourself, who the heck you are. You should introduce yourself like every few months because you're going to get new people who are scrolling through, right? And then the least amount that you're going to do is sell. And I'm just talking about social media. This has nothing to do with upselling, just so you know. But it's still relevant to promoting, right? Because you have to know your messaging to get the people into your class to then upsell to them. Yes? You see how all this works together? I just want to go back to upselling. Can you upsell on social media?
Yeah.
Great. Can you upsell in an email?
Yeah.
Great. Love it. Let's do it. Incorporate that. Of course, when you're face to face with someone, it's a different feeling. But what works with email and social media is the whole scarcity tactic. 48 hours, buy this and you get this. Or 48 hours, I'm lowering the price $100. It goes back up in 2 days. All right. I really appreciate you guys. It's an honor. And I want to let you know that I don't take it lightly that you guys are coming here. So thank you for your trust. So hit me up if you have any questions. You know where to find me, I think. All right, guys. Be well.
Have a good evening.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.